Welcome back to the Joe Miller Show, KLAN Hot Talk, 1080 AM, 95.1 FM. So the Obama administration has incentivized minor aliens, in other words, children younger than 18 years of age that are illegals coming into this country. He doesn't deport them, gives them warm bed, places to live, distributes them throughout the country, and, of course, enhances the likelihood of some form of legal status or residency. So there's an attractant to these children to come. What do you think happens to these kids as they're brought across the border by these criminal elements into this country? A huge percentage of them are sexually abused. Many of them are then sold into sexual slavery to pay off the coyotes that brought them across. And there's not what I'm trying to get at here. And, of course, this article doesn't talk about how many of these underage trafficking victims were illegal aliens, how many were citizens, who weren't. But there's a substantial and positive correlation between illegal alien kids coming across the border and how they've been used in an abusive way, the sexual trafficking of those kids. And when you create inducements for them to come across the border, as the Obama administration has done, that creates a degree of complicity in this whole thing. So that's a sideline that people need to consider. Isn't it better for these children to stay back in their home countries with family, with those that love them? And I can assure you, I mean, if they're just some kid on the streets in Central America or Mexico, the likelihood they're getting across the border is about zilch. They got to have some sort of support network to do it. And so basically have people affiliated with them, close to them, that are also complicit in this. But, you know, we don't want to create more inducements and create even more fertile ground for this. And it's a huge problem nationwide, unless it's really addressed like it should be, and not like the Epstein slap on the wrist. Again, for those just tuning in, Epstein, multi-billionaire, convicted. He was transporting minors so that the rich and powerful could have sex with them. He had a Caribbean island airplane, the Lolita Express, had his hand slapped, and this resolution of the case, I mean, just kind of unprecedented. You had essentially an agreement that even those not identified as conspirators with Epstein insulated from prosecution. Just absolutely crazy. And by the way, videotapes were made. Videotapes were made. Probably the federal government has possession of them. You talk about why he was doing it, leverage, but there's plenty of evil to go around. It's not just leveraging the rich and powerful political figures to do the bidding that you want them to do. There are other motivations too. It's just the fact of it is, evil is here. It's something that has to be addressed. Stay with us, The Joe Miller Show. We've got more about the news after these messages.